So let's talk about turning while on a motorcycle. So we already know how to turn on the bike, so let's talk about how to turn while on the bike. So there's two types of turning that we're going to talk about that really matter when it comes to riding a motorcycle. The first type, the second type is just your typical point and go. Okay, this is going to be the less used option when riding a motorcycle because typically you're going to be making a turn when you're already at speed. But just for simplicity, let's just go through turn type number two, which is just going to be the point and turn. Now, when you're going less than, I'd say like 10 miles an hour, you can literally just turn the handlebars to go to the direction you want, slowly release the clutch, add in throttle, and the bike will go that way. Okay? That's typically how you turn while on a motorcycle. The other way that you turn on a motorcycle, and it's gonna feel weird, but just trust me, it's true. As soon as you get on a motorcycle, if you've been on a bicycle that was going fast, it's the same concept, and that's called countersteering. Countersteering is essentially turning the bike pushing the bike in the direction that you want to go. Now, the easiest way to think about this is to think about Superman. Now, Superman, for example, if Superman wants to go that way, he's not going to try and push his right hand over the top, right? No. Superman's just going to push his left hand and he's going to reach and go that way. If he wants to go that way, he reaches and goes that way. I think. I'm not Superman and I haven't watched it recently enough, but typically that's the general principle, so stay with me. Okay. So, if I'm on a motorcycle and I'm going, 25 miles an hour and I'm going to be making a right turn, let's say it's a curved road or whatever, and I want to go that way, right? Am I going to take the handlebars and turn them that way? No, absolutely not. What am I going to do? I'm going to take this handlebar. I'm going to be on the throttle, and I'm going to be pushing the bike in that direction. I'm not going to be trying to turn the handlebars. These handlebars do not like to turn this way, right? They only do this when you are actually going like 0 to 10 miles an hour. That's when you can put some pressure into the wheel and try and get the bike to turn. Otherwise, you're just pushing and like trying to like lean the bike that way. And it's going to feel when you haven't done it before, it's going to feel like you're pushing the wrong way. It's going to feel like you're trying to push that hand forward and you're like, why would I do that? That's going to make me go that way. I promise you, you're going to go that way. It's weird. I know. Just trust me. So let me show you. So what are the two types called? There's regular steering, which is from 0 to 10. And then there's going to be counter steering, which is going to be taking the bike, pushing the handlebar in the direction I want to go. The Superman method, if it's easier to remember that way. Okay, so let's get started. Let me show you guys what I mean. Okay, we're actually going to take this really slow because for this, under 15, we can kind of just do whatever we want. I'm just kind of pushing my left hand forward. We're going really slow, so I'm just letting the bike fall, just kind of pointing the wheel where I want to go, I'm like, let's get up to speed so we don't end up stalling. I'm going to get up to second gear here, just so I can kind of make the turn a little bit more at speed, just to show you what I'm talking about. Let's get over this speed bump. Now you see this driveway over here? We're going 22, right? So we're going to take this one. I'm going to push with my right hand, and that's what we're doing. I was just pushing. They turned that whole way with my right hand. But as I'm coming up to this U-turn, I can't do that, right? So I'm going back down to first, and I'm pulling this left hand in to try and pointing that wheel, using both hands to turn. Okay? And one of the major differences you'll feel, especially making slower speed turns, is the difference between the one-handed turn types and then the two-handed, right? So the slower you're going, the more you're going to have to control the bike with one hand. With both hands, because that bike isn't stabilized. Speed brings stability on a motorcycle. So when you're going faster, you're not going to have to push the bike to do as much. It's going to want to do it by itself, and it's going to feel a lot more stable. So in situations where you're going slower, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to maneuver the bike. Okay, I know it sounds weird, I know it does, but that's just kind of how it goes. Alright, So now that we've practiced all the basics of riding a motorcycle, let's put it to practice on the street and let's see what it's like really just riding a bike on a normal street. So right now we're going 41 in second. What are we going to do? We're pushing this gear a little bit hard, so what are we going to do? We're going to pull in this clutch, lift up on the shifter, and roll off the throttle when we pull in the clutch. Alright, so clutch and throttle, then shifter, clutch and throttle to release. Okay? Remember, when you're rolling off one side, the left side, you're rolling off, when you're rolling on the left side, you're rolling off the right side. Then when you're done working the left side, you roll the left side out, you roll the right side back in. Just a little trade, okay? So let's get back down to first gear. All right, we're in third, so we can just kick straight down to first gear from third gear as long as we keep that clutch pulled in. We see he wants to come in, so we're just going to let him, and we're going to practice taking off nice and slow and smooth from a red light. Okay, what are we going to do? We're going to work on this friction zone. Remember, friction zone is this guy right here. I'm just going to let it out, and we're going to add in throttle. All right, and after this light, we're going to practice making a right turn so you guys can kind of just see how it goes. So we're slowly letting out the clutch, adding in throttle. Fuck, you have a honking at. Okay, so we're going to shift up. Okay, we see a green light, so we're going to be making a rolling right turn. Okay, we got a yellow and a red. We're still going to push. And so we're just going to easy front brake, rear brake, pull in the clutch. We're going to get back down to first because we have a red light. Now, this is an important note. When we're making a turn, we always do it from the outside of the lane. The reason for that is the outside of the lane allows us the greatest spatial opportunity to make that turn. If you're wondering ever, where is the outside of the turn? Ask yourself, am I making a right turn? Then it's going to be on the left. Am I making a left turn? Then it's going to be on the right. Okay, away from the turn. All right, so let's make this one. How are we going to do it? Make this right, head through the turn, head through the turn, head through the turn. The most important thing whenever you're making a turn, there's two things I want you to focus on. Two things. First, always keep your eyes on the farthest point of the turn whenever you're making a turn. Point number two, make sure you're making the turn at a reasonable speed that you can handle. Doesn't matter if your buddy can handle it, can you handle it? So whenever you're making a turn, what are we focused on? Getting to the appropriate speed and keeping our eyes all the way through the turn. It is always better to turn more slowly than you need to if you're not comfortable than trying to go fast because you think you should. Okay? Ride within your skill level. Rule number 2, ride your own ride. If you ride your own ride, you're going to be in a much better position. Okay? Let's practice making this left up here. Left indicator. We're going 23. Let's roll off the throttle here. Light rear brake. Head through the turn. Head through the turn. Head through the turn. Add throttle back in. Okay? Now, in that situation, if I would have dipped below what I felt was, 15 miles an hour, if I dipped down to, closer to 10, then I would have lightly pulled in the clutch to avoid a stall. That's it. That's the only difference. Now, let's say we're making a left and we're blind on both sides. We can't see. Okay? Can't really see too well. What are we going to do? Take our time. Full and complete stop. Check. Slowly release the clutch. Add throttle. Get that bike up to speed. Right? Off the clutch. Back on the clutch to shift. Roll back through. Okay? That's turning. Now, when I'm going through these turns, the road is bending, but I'm not necessarily turning. And so that's going to be something you're going to experience on a bike where you're going through a curvy road, for example. The thing that you do is you kind of just let that bike fall in the direction that you're going. Okay? Don't try and overpower it. We're not trying to turn the handlebars. No. What are we trying to do? We are trying to just let that bike work with us, and we're working with it. So we're just letting that bike fall, keeping those nice loose arms on the handlebars. And a lot of you, especially the sport bike riders, may be struggling when it comes to keeping your arms from not feeling like they're flexed all the time. And the reason your arms are flexed all the time, guys, is because you're not using your legs to ride. Okay? And I know it sounds weird, and forgive me for my blinker always being on. I can't see it in this helmet. Whatever. It's fine. But yeah, you guys aren't squeezing your legs to the bike, and that's causing you to put a ton more pressure onto your hands. Also, you're sitting way too close, and so you're sitting upright like this, and you're just stretch and flex all the time. It's just like scoot back, use your legs to hug that tank, right, and then just relax, loosey goosey, my guy, loosey goosey, or girl, whatever you are, loosey goosey, or Lucy Gregory. I think we might have covered enough for today on this bike. Just to recap, just want you guys to focus on the 3 rules of motorcycling. And they're very simple, they're non-controversial. I promise you everyone can agree to them. First rule, never panic. There's no need to panic. Even if something crazy is happening, that's more the reason not to panic, because you need to keep your head on straight. Okay? You need to focus. You need to stay calm. Rule number 2, ride your own ride. Don't ride outside your comfort level just because you think you should be able to do that at this point in your riding career. I promise you, it's fine. Wherever you are, ride skill-wise is fine. You're fine. Just, you'll grow as you grow. Okay? Don't rush that process. And rule number 3, most important rule. Well, one of the most important rules is, there's only 3. Space is safety. Especially for new riders, that is magical advice. Trust me when I tell you. Space is safety. And with that, please keep rule number 2 in mind. Ride your own ride. Just because you have space, don't try and be cool. Okay? You're already on a motorcycle. You already look cool. You don't need to do something to try and look more cool.